You stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
Welcome everyone to the ECR Southern Alliance 150. I am your host, Alan Bergen, just south of St. Louis here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio. And to my right, all the way from Texas, Mr. Emmett Crow. We're going to bring you all the action here tonight in front of Richmond Raceway. And I got to tell you what, once again, welcome to the Richmond Raceway and the ECR Cup Series tonight, as we're going to take care of some business right now. You know, Emmett, these guys have been doing an eliminator bracket, and they are 6 races in. Now, Ryan McCall took a provisional, and that will get you eliminated from this challenge here. But Dwayne Furtick leads the way, Tristan Bailey running second, Tyler Burden currently third in the standings, Adam Boughton fourth, Kane Lee fifth, and Doug Denice, your top 6 so far. So each week a driver will be eliminated until we get to one winner here in the eliminator bracket. And real quickly, while we got this graphic up, you know, last week the ECR Cup League was at Chicagoland, where Colin Bollinger took the victory. Kyle Diaz rounded out, finished second, and Adam Boughton rounded out your podium. So no shortage of talent here in this field tonight. Once again, I want to welcome in my broadcast partner extraordinaire, Rich Emmett Crow. Emmett, how's it going?
Well, thanks, Alan, for having me. Welcome, folks. We're here at Richmond International. Is it still called Richmond International Raceway?
It is Richmond Raceway.
Richmond Raceway. So they changed the name of it. I don't know about you, Alan, but seeing that cookout on that everywhere around this track, got a lot of buddies up in the Carolinas and up that way, and they always talk about cookout, so making me a little hungry seeing that cookout sign all around the track, but excited to have some great racing tonight for sure.
Well, right now they're in qualifying, and so far in qualifying, Tristan Bailey is sitting on the provisional pole with a lap of 20.96. Now Andrew Chapman's on the racetrack right now. Let's head down to the racetrack, see where he's running at. There we go. We got that squared away here. And Andrew Chapman out of parts unknown. Parts unknown. Right now he's at a 21.23. Now, if you want to be on the pole, you got to beat the 29 or the 20.96 that Tristan Bailey has laid down. As he's
That's what.
I was going to say he's going to call it quits there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right here, Alan. Tristan Bailey coming out with a fast lap, but I mean, these guys aren't too far off. Bollinger's only 0.07 of a second off, so really identical lap times. And as the track cools off, and that sun goes down, the lap times are going to heat up, and the action is far from over for sure.
Yeah, with a little over 3 minutes of qualifying, Andrew Chapman times in with a lap of 21.21. It's going to be good enough for a top 10 starting spot. Last week's winner, Colin Bollinger, timed in at a 21.04. So Tristan Bailey only able to get under that 21 second range with a
Definitely.
As I say, with a 20.96. So
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, you and I, we grew up, we pretty much, we lived short track racing week in and week out, whether it be dirt or pavement. And I tell everybody on a broadcast, I said, this is going to be bent sheet metal and hurt feelings.
Definitely. When we think of Richmond, we think about, so many moves made. From 2000, we go all the way back to the late 80s when Dale Earnhardt took out him and Darrell Waltrip going for that win. And then we think about also 2008 where Dale Jr. had a shot. And at the time when I was a Jr. fan, I was ready to knock Kyle Busch's head off when that happened. But then we think about just a couple years ago last year when Joey Logano had the lead and Austin Dillon pulled the dive bomb of the century and right reared Logano and Hamlin and ultimately got the win. But then of course NASCAR, being as soft as they are, decided to not give Austin Dillon a playoff spot.
Well, I will tell you this right now. I'm glad, these guys are used to, the fans of this league are used to hearing Mike DeMoney and Shane Cochran. They are both on assignment. And real quickly, Emmett, we want to wish everybody that is watching here tonight a very happy Father's Day this weekend. I know, it's Father's Day weekend. We've got some big things here. Tune in tomorrow night as we bring you all the action of the Icon Cup Series on Sim Racing Media. But nonetheless, 150 laps here at this very wide, and also very narrow short track. We're going to be under the lights. We got about a minute left to go in qualifying. 21 cars signed in tonight. That's a pretty good field. And Emmett, these guys are, you've caught a few races with me. These guys are known for their clean racing. I got the pleasure of announcing these guys last season. Shane Cochran has done a beautiful job here in the broadcast booth with Mike DeMoney. And I tell you what, it's an absolute blast when you get to watch these guys. And even when I'm away from the real racetrack and I get to pop in and watch these guys and see how they're progressing. I mean, you can put these guys in any league throughout the week and they're going to run well.
Yeah, and that's what I like about these leagues, that are on iRacing. I mean, and it's so cool how, like, for instance, Sim Racing Media, how we're able to broadcast this across the country and the world so people can tune in and see some great virtual racing, and they may look at that and be like, I want to do that. How do I get started? Well, let me tell you, you can either do a budget or you could go all out. Personally, I started with the budget, but eventually you're going to be like, I want to go all out.
Well, as we get ready to go 150 laps, we're going to go over that starting grid real quick. So Tristan Bailey out of Eon Motorsports Club, out of Eon Motor Club, will start on the pole with Colin Bollinger to his outside. Starting on the inside of row number 2 will be Dwayne Furtick out of Southern Alliance Racing. That is the sponsor of tonight's race. Aaron Miller starting 4th on the outside of row number 2. John Osborne will start on the inside of row number 3, while Doug D-Nice will start on the 6th. Will start on his outside. Kane Lee out of Revolution Motorsports, and that is one contingent that is strong here. He will start 7th. Anthony Ludi will start in that 8th position. Andrew Chapman will start 9th on the inside of row number 5, and he'll be flanked by the owner, the chief cook and bottle washer here at ECR, Adam Boughton. Michael York will start in 11th, and to his outside, another Revolution Motorsports driver, Michael Carter. Looking a little deeper in the field, starting 13th out of Aeon's Motorsports will be Ryan McCall, and Tyler Burton will be starting to his outside there in row number 7. Row number 8 will feature Pete Walsh and Jonathan Cogswell, while 17th will feature Gary Nash and Kent Mueller. Starting 19th will be Bradley Rivers and Robert Roth. And rounding out your 21 car starting field will be Christopher Roth out of Gone Wrong Motorsports. Once again, we want to thank everybody here for tuning in here on your phones, in your homes, wherever you may be. And here we are, 21 cars strong, 150 laps with the Southern Alliance 150. Emmett, I am excited to get this one underway because I'm telling you, you're in for a treat. And once again, Mike DeMoney will be back with us next week. And, Shane Cochran will have to have another week off. Or actually, Shane Cochran will be back with us next week, but Mike DeMoney will be off. Nonetheless, they're going to take 2 pace laps around. Emmett, they did an iRacing update, and now these cars drive way differently. What do you think we're going to see here tonight?
We're going to see a lot of beating and banging. The way these next-gen cars run here at Richmond, we think about the old car, how it used to run at Richmond, but that's different now because these cars, you have multi-groove racing. The thing is, Alan, you can even run the high line if you need to. You don't have to have it stuck on the bottom. But the fastest way around this track is you get right up next to that wall down the backstretch, and then you diamond 3 and 4 and get it right next to that yellow line, and that is the fastest and quickest way around this track.
Yeah, absolutely. As these guys come around for their second or 2 pace laps, we're going to bring you some onboard shots here tonight. One of them being Dwayne Furtick. And he just has the coolest paint schemes. He's pilot of the Dell Chevrolet. And we're going green. Okay. We're going green, black, green.
They cut a pace lap from you, did they, Alan?
They did. Well, just as we say that, Tristan Bailey, Colin Bollinger going right to work on each other there. Tristan, Bailey, and that 9 car on the inside, and they're already 3 wide.
Yeah, already 3 wide further back. But yeah, look at Bollinger just able to drive to the outside. That's what I was talking about, Alan. Able to take the lead away right here. And now we look up here, and Bollinger hanging on to that lead, but Bailey's right there trying to get to that back bumper, Alan, and he can't do it for the moment.
Can't do it for the moment. It's correct. It's Colin Bollinger runs a 21.42 on, and he goes purple on this lap 3 here. But right now, I mean, this is going to be a race of patience here, as we're mixing it up back here in the back, right around that Michael York area. We're 2 by 2, we're going to leapfrog it. I mean, Emmett, we're 3 wide already, and you got a funnel down there into turn number 1. We are driving into the sunset. So, when these guys come down that back straightaway, that sun's right in their eyes. It's so real.
Mm-hmm.
I almost have to have sunglasses when I'm driving. So,
Yeah.
I can only imagine what these guys are going through.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want to pack the dark visor that day. Get comfortable with the car. But look at how these cars are racing now. Another big thing about this new car is tire wear. Tire wear became so important at Richmond. Before it was important, but not like it is now. Especially with which you can't do it in iRacing, but like when you can make the decision if you want to run the softer tire or the harder tire, stuff like that. So tire wear will definitely be an issue tonight, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're watching Doug D. Nice right here, Adam Bowden in that number 94 car drove a Chevrolet last year. His team switched to Toyota, so he effectively had to switch to Toyota. And he went on a tear last season, won a lot of races. I got to see a lot of his races that he won, but he, being the owner of the league, so next week they got a great race coming up with at iRacing Super Speedway, and then they take a break for 4th of July week. So, I mean, they're almost halfway through the season, and there's some parts that they do follow the NASCAR Cup.
I have not heard that, and now I see that rapid-fired pizza. I have never seen that before. I thought that was we were the only one here in town that had one. So that is so cool seeing that rapid-fired pizza. But what I was going to say, Alan, when you said iRacing Super Speedway, I have not heard that in a long time. So that'll definitely be interesting to watch, but y'all can tune in next Saturday. Is that right, Alan?
Next Saturday, same bat time, same bat place.
Same bat channel.
Same bat channels. We got 140 laps to go here. And, for once my math is actually mathing. Making 141 laps, rather. But nonetheless, back at the ranch, Colin Bollinger and Tristan Bailey had just absolutely drove away from the field.
That's exactly right. They're putting themselves in their own area code. It looks like they're coming into Tennessee from Richmond, Virginia. But, yeah, look at how far they are ahead. North Carolina. Look how far they are ahead of the field. And they're just these two just running just by themselves. And that could play a factor for sure.
Looking a little deeper in the field, we're going to get some other guys. It's a great time here. You got the number 74, Pete Walsh. And Pete Walsh hails to us out of parts unknown again. Yeah, I will tell you what, and Adam Bowden can speak of this too. I nerded out on some Raptor Tire Pizza last season. I was getting ready to start a movement to get Rapid Fire Pizza in St. Louis, so it never happened.
What? Y'all got I know in Nebraska and like Wichita, Kansas, I don't know if they have them in Missouri. They've got the Pizza Time. I mean, not Pizza Time, Pizza Ranch.
No, we don't have that. We have Emo's Pizza here in St. Louis.
Emo's?
Emo's, square beyond compare. Needless to say here, Tristan Bailey has taken the lead from Colin Bollinger here on lap number 15. Now these guys, well, they're swapping the lead like they're swapping partners at the square dance.
Yeah, definitely. What I was going to mention, Alan, found out today that if you go to Johnny Carino's Italian restaurant tomorrow, and if you're a dad, you will get a free pizza for a year. So make sure you go to Johnny Carino's if you have one in town and tell them you're a dad, and they'll give you a free pizza for a year.
Free pizza for a year for dad. Well, meanwhile, getting back to the action here, and Colin Bollinger chasing down Tristan Bailey. We got our first yellow flag of the day. And Kane Lee is going to be the one here that Fly Diamond said we brought up Stockton. And oof.
Man. Oh gosh.
We got to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger and get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
So here we are. We're on the chopper. And
I feel like I'm a war zone.
Kane Lee just that car snaps. I would bet that would be a hardware issue because that car just hangs a right there on the straightaway.
Yeah, that's usually a hardware issue or something breaks. But I mean, look at that car. There's no suspension problems leading up to it. So yeah, definitely a hardware problem for sure, Alan.
Yeah, these guys, I don't believe they get a fast repair. They might get one fast repair.
But yeah, the way that car snapped around, man, and I can't believe it took that much damage, really.
I mean, they are composite bodies now. Now, don't forget tomorrow night, and right now there's real racing going on here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, but tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is the IndyCar, the Bommarito Automotive Group 500 from the Worldwide Technology Raceway. I will have that on in the background.
Yeah, IndyCar, got to watch the Indy 500 this year. That was the first Indy 500 I've watched the whole thing through. But yeah, I wasn't wanting Pelot to win, but yeah, it was interesting for sure.
So here's the thing too, and while these guys are getting lined up 2x2 behind that iRacing.com pace car, Tristan Bailey, if he gets out front, he is a force to be reckoned with. Now he did self-eliminate. He did eliminate himself from the eliminator bracket by virtue of taking a provisional, and that will get you eliminated really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's going to line up on that outside front row here when we go back to green. A lot of drivers came down pit road and went ahead and topped the fuel off. Oh. But I mean, this might be the only caution they have all night.
Yeah, definitely. When I saw the green flag drop and how that race was, I was like, oh my gosh, please have a caution.
As we get ready to come back to green, the iRacing.com pace car going to make the hard left turn. We are back to green flag racing here in Richmond. Tristan Bailey back out to a sizable lead.
Yeah, but look at Osborne. His first time up here in the top three. Osborne hanging tough on that outside line. Going to get the run from Bobby Miller. Going to take the position away.
Well, John Osborne at number 81 car here. He is up in the front. Trying to chase down Tristan Bailey, but here comes Colin Bollinger on his inside. These guys are Noah's Ark or John Tour style racing here. Back in the back of the field. Right around Tyler Burton. Now Tyler Burton is sort of a short track specialist didn't do well.
Yeah, definitely looking right here. Oh, somebody hit the wall.
Well, and that's the thing too. Is these guys run out of real estate when they come off the corner. That they're gonna run. They're gonna grab some of that wall, and well, you know, bad things can happen.
Yeah, good things could happen too. It can actually make you faster.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Rip that fence, boy.
Tyler Burden out of Kokomo, Indiana. Nicknamed the Tire Demon. And here he is running in that ninth position, up 5 spots from where he started. There's Adam Bowden carrying the Amazon colors. Out of Pennsylvania, he's a 5-time ECR Cup champion. I mean, oh, easy. He's trying to deliver smiles now. Come on. That's what they tell you in Amazon training, that you're delivering smiles. But right now, Adam Bowden tried to deliver himself a smile. He's up 3 spots from where he started from.
Yeah, definitely. We look right here. Bollinger has hopped out to the lead. And D-Nice is working on Bailey. Alan?
We got a caution. Michael York.
Take a look at the replay and see what happened. Oh man. Oh, what a save.
He barely scraped the wall, just gets enough damage. I mean,
we need to take another look at that.
we can. We absolutely can. Now, Logan Paul would be absolutely amazed the way he saved that car.
Yeah, definitely be full of prime. But yeah, oh man, I don't know, Alan. He might not have hit the wall.
Well, here he is, and you got Pete Walsh right behind him. He gets a little loose. Pete Walsh just gets him in.
Oh, nope, he did it.
He just scrapes it.
You think he scraped it?
I don't see a toe link loose on that car.
I don't think he hit it.
We come out to the live picture here. So right now you got Doug D-Nice, Andrew Chapman on the front row, while everybody else from Tristan Bailey on back has come down the pit road, including Michael York in that number 5 prime car. Once again, I think Logan Paul would be sort of impressed by that.
Yeah, Logan Paul, his brother beat up Mike Tyson.
Checking in the real world of motorsports, right now you got the UMP Dirt Car Summer Nationals at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. And, you know, Emmett, you and I were both dirt track fanatics. And I tell you what, man, I cannot wait to get back there in July for the 35th annual PDC, the Prairie Dirt Classic. Got to watch Bobby Pierce finally get that win last season. I thought my wife was going to lose her mind. But nonetheless, they had 58 UMP Dirt Car Super Elite models and 51 UMP Dirt Car Modifieds sign into the pit area. Right now they're on Heat 6, and Brian Shirley out with the early lead in that number 3S car. They call him the Squirrel. And I don't know if you ever got to watch a race at Falls, but buddy, you put a car on the cushion. You have to know how to run that cushion at Fairbury. But meanwhile, as we get ready to come back to green, Doug D-Nice and Andrew Chapman on the front row here as those lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car. I want to thank all our partners here with the ECR and Sim Racing Media, Southern Alliance Racing Team, for sponsoring this race here tonight, effectively called the Southern Alliance 150. As the iRacing.com pace car pulls off on the pit road, And through the Geico restart zone, we are back to green flag racing here at Richmond.
Yeah, look at D Nice right there. Get a great launch. Chapman is right behind him. And just like you were saying, Alan, look at Burden coming up there.
Yeah, Tyler Burden, when he gets on the short track, he's very methodical about the way he races here at Richmond, Bristol, just anywhere that's a short track. He's very methodical in the way he does it. Now, Adam Boughton up 6 spots. He qualified 10th, and here he is delivering a smile to the top 5. And at number 94, he's got the Amazon colors on tonight. As he's going to work that outside line. And right behind him is Michael Carter and that number 18 car. I do love the Coca-Cola sponsor on there. Shout out to Coca-Cola and Jeff Bezos for the sponsorship on the 94 AT car.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Yeah, he is. He's got a little thing. The guy's a millionaire. Might as well shout him out, right?
Yeah.
And just as we say that, just as we say that, there is that number 95 car of Anthony Ludi in the Sprite colors tonight. He is chasing down Michael Carter like he owes him lunch money.
Yeah, definitely.
Anthony Ludi out of Seville, Ohio. And we're on board with him right now. And this is the kind of speed that we're running right now. Look, you probably run 95 on the highway.
Not necessarily.
I've been to Texas. They at least do 80, and I did 90 trying to get out. Here we are, working lap number 39. 38 laps in the history books right now. We're on board once again with Anthony Ludi. Going on board is Michael Carter in that number 18 Toyota Camry out of Jacksonville, Alabama. As he's chasing down Adam Boughton there in that number 94 car. We're going to go on board with John Osborne in that Nike sponsored number 81 car. Here he is running 145 on the straightaway.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, he's just got to do it, right? That's the Nike slogan.
Yeah, that was a great move.
Just do it. I mean, he's got that old school Dale Earnhardt look to it. The white, yellow, and the blue. All that's really missing on the side of that number 81 car is the Wrangler logo because of Nike.
Yeah, definitely.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Doug D-Nice continues to lead over Tyler Burden, and this is by almost a half second. That's the eyeball test here on your screen. Here we are, focused back up here. Adam Boughton is working his way back up to third as we got some slicing and dicing. Here comes Colin Bollinger. Says he's had enough of racing around Andrew Chapman and Anthony Ludi. He's going to do a 3-2-1 spell. And we got a car in the wall. Oh boy.
Oh man.
We're going to stay green. We're going to stay green though. And Michael Ryan McCall dropping position. I'm just quite sure he was the car that got into the outside retaining wall there. We are back here around the John Osborne area in that 11th position, who just happens to be caught up in a hornet's nest. with Robert Ross right to his outside. Ryan McCall will win the race with Beers. Looks like just showing him out of the race.
Tough break for Rod McCall. Gets eliminated from the Eliminator Challenge and then gets a DNF for the race. Tough break.
Tough break. And look, you don't want to win the race at the beer stand, but someone's got to win that race.
That'd be nice. Able to just keep this lead from Borden.
Michael Carter. We are 3 wide here. Michael Carter right there in the top 4. Meanwhile, back here, you got Colin Bollinger, Anthony Ludi, and Tristan Bailey, who are effectively right now 5th, 6th, and 7th. And getting an insert into that mix is Dwayne Furtick. We have 101 laps to go. 150 laps are going to click off pretty quickly here. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, here's Doug D-Nice and Tyler Burden. Tyler Burden has effectively caught Doug D-Nice there in that number 40 car. Now, Adam Boughton is about 2 seconds off this lead 2 cars here. But if you look a little bit further back, and Michael Carter, as we got 99 laps. Doug D-Nice got 99 laps, but Adam Boughton isn't one. Just a little bit further back here, Tristan Bailey getting after and Anthony Ludi to his outside. He inserted himself into this battle here with Anthony Ludi, and now Michael Carter goes back to 6th. Tristan Bailey battling himself back into the outside. Tristan Bailey down 4 spots from where he started from. He's trying to battle back. He started on the outside of the front row. To work on Colin Bollinger. Now, at the start of the race, these two, Colin Bollinger and Tristan Bailey, were the classes. Once again, Ryan McCall puts it on the hauler. He's had his 1 meter pegged out for the night. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on your phones, in your homes, wherever you may be, watching us near and far. Once again, next week, Shane Cochran will be in the booth, bringing you all the action from the ECR Cup Series. This week, Mike and Shane are both on assignment. Half of the band will be back together last night, so you got myself and Emmett Crow. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and step aside for our first set of commercial breaks, and we'll be right back here on ECR and Sim Racing Media. Welcome back to the ECR Cup Series. We are under caution for the third time tonight. Let's take a look back and see what happened. Right now, Doug D. Nice continues to lead here. As Andrew Chapman shows crash here on lap number 62. Here we go, and gets a little help from Colin Bollinger, and nosed it right into the wall.
Yeah, that was a tough hit right there, and man, it seems like every time, Alan, we go to commercial, they'll bring out a caution for some reason.
It's called shenanigans.
All right, last one's the shenanigans. It's gonna get pistol whipped.
Meanwhile, we're under caution here for the third time tonight. Doug D. Nice is your leader. Tristan Bailey has made it back up to that second position. Tyler Burden continues to ride in that third position there in that number 06 car. And, well, you know, here we are as over on Full Racing, the USAC Silver Crown cars getting ready to go green there at Worldwide Technology Raceway. But while they're getting ready to go green, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap number 67. Doug D. Nice leads the way, and we're off and running here. Oh boy, we got, you know, we're just about to halfway. 3 cautions on the night. The sun has gone down, the lights have come on. And, you know, we are just loving, touching, and squeezing here at this Richmond Raceway.
Yeah, definitely looking for love in all the wrong places. But, yeah, look right here as we see Burden and Bollinger battling for the number 3 spot. Burden's trying to get under Bollinger there for a moment, but he's not able to do it, and Bollinger's able to get right up on the back of Bailey. So look for Bollinger trying to pass Bailey right here.
Yeah, absolutely, and he can't make it happen. He's gonna have to do it on either the back stretch. He's got, you know, they got to set each other up here multiple laps in advance. Right now, this race has gone single filed out. They're in a single file line like they're lined up at the Methadone clinic.
Yeah, definitely.
My good buddy Dave Regal copyrighted that one, and I get to use it. So he copyrighted it, but I'm going to use it. Exactly. Nonetheless, here comes Bradley Rivers on the outside of Wayne Furtick, and he's looking to get by Adam Bowden in that number 94 car. Bradley Rivers, always supported by the U.S. Army. Gotta love that paint scheme, especially around this time of year when that month of, you know, May, June, and July. I feel like it's such a patriotic, you know, time of the year. Kind of like Christmas time. You know, we had that time between Memorial Day and 4th of July.
Well, and today, Alan, is actually the Army's 250th birthday. So congrats to the Army.
I mean, 250 years.
Happy birthday.
I mean, do they get a birthday cake? Or what are we doing?
Yeah, that's what I want to know for sure. But, yeah, 250th birthday to the Army. It's also the President's birthday today also. And it's Flag Day.
Man. Flag Day, President's birthday, the Army's birthday.
You're talking about the 4th of July. Well, yours truly will be turning 29 the day before the 4th on the 3rd.
Happy early birthday.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
We're about a month early. But nonetheless, here we are. Doug D. Nice and Tristan Bailey still continue to battle it out here. As, now Tristan Bailey loses ground to Doug D. Nice. It's about a second lead. And I got to tell you what, Emmett, I'm going to shamelessly plug this. But tomorrow night, when you watch the IndyCar race, the Grand Marshal, the guy that's going to give the command to start the engines, is the morning show host that I listen to every morning on 105.7 The Point, Scott Rizzuto. He gets to give the command to start the engines at the Bob Burrito Automotive 500 tomorrow. So I will definitely be tuning into that. A morning show, it's the #1 morning show in St. Louis. Nonetheless, here we are back at the action here. And there's a lot of action going on. These guys are single filed out. They finally decided they were going to play nice and behave.
Yeah.
I want to see green flag pit stops out of these guys as we're working lap number 80. We're over halfway into this race. We're actually on the back end of the race. Well, I hope my math is math. There's Doug D. Nice out to effectively a 1 second lead.
Yeah, and look at Bailey. Bollinger is just all over the back bumper of Bailey trying to find a way to get around. But Allen, he just can't do it, and he's just going to have to ride around behind Bailey unless he uses the old chrome horn and move Bailey out of the way.
If no one uses a bumper on a short track, I'm sorely disappointed. I feel like you have to. I feel like it's in our DNA, right? So you've actually announced the short tracks in the real world down in Texas. I mean, still using that bumper, especially in these cars, you almost have to use a bumper run. Now, last night you and Chris Murphy got to call an exciting race at Talladega.
Yeah, that was
and that had to take you back.
that was definitely something. Like, it just, I mean, not only was it the Gen 4s on the track, but just like the way the race was. And I mean, a single car could run without being close to the draft. There was a lot of side drafting, which, comes into play with those cars. But
Whoa.
Yeah, great finish. Oh man. Great finish though. Had Andrew Taft took home the win, but I can't remember who finished second, Alan. It was a 3-4 car battle for second, and they all finished at the line 0.00.
Yeah, one of
So
a very close finish.
definitely.
And I do think you and Chris Murphy stepping in for me last night, as Adam Bowden a few laps ago almost turned it around, or spun upside down and turned it into a crowd.
Yeah, had to let you go take the old lady down to Olive Garden. Got to take her out.
Well, I mean, she does let me do this 6 nights a week.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, she's actually right above us here in the Tony Shabazzo Memorial Studio, literally right up there. And here we are. Tristan Bailey has caught Doug D. Nice almost made it to the second here, lap number 88. And now, what did he do? So usually, Emmett, we've watched enough short track racing to know that we watch 2 races, right? We watch the front of the field and then the back of the field. It's not a matter of if Doug D. Nice catches the back of the field. It's a matter of when. And then once they get there, what do they do with the back of the field, right?
Well, the thing about these cars, I just don't like the short track package that they run with these cars. We think about the Gen 5, the COT Gen 5, or the Gen 6, or even the Gen 4. The way they ran around the short tracks, where you had to move somebody out of the way, and you could get a run on somebody, or you could just pull away from them. These cars, it's like they got a little governor on there. Like when you get up to a certain, they're just like, nope, you can't go forward anymore. See, exactly what I'm talking about right here as we see Bollinger coming up on the back of Bailey.
Yeah, it's almost as if that run stalls out. Now these cars are great mile-and-a-half cars. Love them on mile-and-a-half, right? They produce some of the best racing. Actually, the racing. So here's the thing: the racing at Michigan has been prior NextGen was an absolute snoozer, right? You could take a nap while watching that race. Wake up for the last 50 laps to figure out what has gone on. As where these cars here, that's what I was actually sad to see Fontana go away, right? We had it here on iRacing, and it's going to be around forever and ever and ever. The last race that they ran at Fontana, I felt like was the best race out of all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Last weekend's race, I had to think about it, but last weekend's race at Michigan, what a race from the green flag till the checker flag. Thought we were going to see the hometown kid, Carson Hocevar, walk away with it, but unfortunately that did not happen, and unfortunately that old boy from Chesterville, Virginia, stole the show from him.
Well, Denny Hamlin. But nonetheless, here we are, right looking here at Michael Carter there in that number 18 car. He is currently running in that 10th position. Once again, Ryan McCall wins the race to the beer stand, as we've had 3 rapid fire repeats of caution. Now, looking a little bit deeper in the field, here's Robert Roth. And right underneath him is a 62 car of Christopher Roth.
Yeah, Christopher Roth started 21st, making his way up through the field.
Absolutely.
Staying out of trouble, keeping that nose clean, looking good.
And that's, look, I've always said if your car doesn't look like an asphalt modified by the end of a short track race, you probably weren't racing hard enough.
That's exactly right.
Working lap number 98. We're going to step aside, pay some bills there on Sim Racing Media. We're going to bring you the last, 50 laps caution free. Or, not caution free, but commercial free. We're going to take our final set of commercial breaks and finish this one out. We're going to go side by side, but you won't miss staying here on Sim Racing Media. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sim Racing Media and the ECR Cup Series. I'm Emmett Smith and Alan Bergen with you in the booth here. Hey, as we are working lap 112 of 150. Tristan Bailey has taken over the race lead here and is driving away from Colin Bollinger. Now, you know, we've had 3 cautions on the night. And here we are, lap 113, and nearing the end of this one.
Yeah, getting to the end of it for sure. And man, what a drive from Bailey, though, man. I mean, you know, him and Bollinger were battling for that lead for a long time, and then he got caught up on the pit stop, got caught by D-Nice. D-Nice drove right past him, ran around about third or second all day, and then comes out and takes the lead back and hasn't looked back since.
Yeah, absolutely. As we got just under 45 laps to go here from Richmond Raceway. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight in the YouTube.com live chat. You know, as we got 4 drivers out of the race right now. No, it's 3. But Ryan McCall went into race at the beer stand. Wow, my math is not mathing. Andrew Chapman pegging out his fun meter for the night, and well, Michael York does the same thing in that Prime drink car. Never had a Prime drink, but I imagine it should be good.
It is very, very good. I actually had the Bomb Pop energy drink, which is very good as well. So yeah, Alan, yeah, you need to next time you're at a gas station, grab you some Prime.
Well, you know, here we are, Pete Walsh ahead of Tristan Bailey. Tristan Bailey going to go to the inside of Pete Walsh here in that number 7 and make easy work out of Pete Walsh. And then here comes Cody Bollinger and Dwayne Furtick. Now, as we're nearing the end of this race, what are some things that what are some of your takeaways that you've seen from this race and in this new package that iRacing has come out with the NextGen cars?
I like the way the rubber gets laid down on the track, you know. I really like how the rubber will stay on the track. You can see it right there. It's coming into play. But yeah, this Richmond, I mean, this is spot on. It doesn't look rough at all. It looks smooth. And, you know, Richmond, that's how it is now. It's smooth like a baby's you know what. But great looking track. And, yeah, kudos to iRacing for getting this new scan out. And can't wait to tackle Richmond on the new console game, Alan.
Nice. Yeah, here we are. Tristan Bailey ahead of Cody, well, now Dwayne Furtick. As this is a battle for that second position. These guys are side by side doing a John Force style coming down that back straightaway. Here comes Dwayne Furtick, got to slide up in front of Bollinger. Get that second spot away. But, you know, right behind him is John Osborne in that number 81 car.
Yeah. And John Osborne, just do it. Reward rocking the Nike paint scheme.
I mean, 3 seconds back, but he's got time to get there.
Yeah, definitely has time to get there. But, yeah, Tristan Bailey is just... I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch on Tristan Bailey, though, Alan.
He's one of those guys that once he gets out front, that's the car you don't want to see out front. Now, he's gone on a tear. He's won a bunch of races here this year. And... he's just driving away from the field. He's got a second half lead almost.
Yeah, he also, I mean, he's got, I know he's not He's not praying for a caution, but I guarantee you from second on back is praying for a caution for sure.
Yeah, just as you said that, he's the only one that does not want to see the yellow come out. As we have 26 laps to go here tonight. My math is mathing again. 25 laps to go. And Tristan Bailey has decided he's going to set the afterburners, put it on cruise control. Say, see you later, guys.
Yeah, where did I don't want to butcher this last name. Furlick?
Dwayne Furtick.
Furtick. Where did Furtick come from? Because, you know, we saw Bollinger. He was riding around like he was driving Miss Daisy, just cruising and running in second. But then, out of nowhere, here comes Furtick. And look at this. We got a battle for the lead coming up.
Tristan Bailey and Dwayne Furtick going. Well, that's a second. That's a lap car. That's a lap car.
Oh, that's a lap car.
That is a lap car. That is Gary Nash getting ready to go a lap down to Tristan Bailey. Now, it's funny you say that because that allows, that's going to allow Dwayne Furtick to catch Tristan Bailey. So that's almost as good as a lap car. Tristan Bailey wasting a lot of time trying to get around Gary Nash in that number 88 car.
Yeah. My eyes must have been playing tricks on me.
That's okay. You can do that.
I mean, it is 9 o'clock Central Time, so yeah.
I stand corrected. It's Kane Lee up there. He's going to go another lap.
Kane Lee trying to stay in front of Mr. Bailey. It's definitely keeping him at bay, and that's really holding up Tristan Bailey and allowing Furtick to catch up to him.
Yeah, with 20 laps to go. Dwayne Furtick closing in a hurry. Now you got 2 lap cars to contend with. You got Gary Nash about to go a lap down, and you got Kaylee. Whoa! And that's going to bring out the caution. That's going to be the caution that Tristan Furtick did not need.
Oh my gosh! What just happened? Are you kidding me? What?
Here comes Kane Lee, gets into the 88 car.
Oh my gosh, he just right reared him.
Oh, and then Gary Nash just backs it in the defense.
Right hooked him, not right reared him. Left reared him.
Well, I tell you what though, Gary Nash is going to be madder than the Kubler-Elf that got the motor fudgebacker.
Oh my gosh. I haven't heard that since I listened to that good old... I've got that DVD laying somewhere around here. I was watching it the other day. Oh my gosh, that was a good one.
Johnny. Wholesale pit stops are going to commence here.
Yeah, this is the money stop right here, Alan.
I certainly hope so.
4 tire. Oh, look at that. Bollinger's going to jump him in the pits.
Now, all Tristan Bailey had to do was pop the clutch. And couldn't get the pit stop done quick enough.
Let's go and give Bollinger the advantage. Man, this race went by pretty quick.
Now we're going to come back to green with 14 laps to go. It's still anybody's race. But as you know, as you know, I like to pick on people. And here's what we're gonna do. Tristan, it's Alan and Emmett up in the SRM booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
Hey, look, man. Here you are running in that second position. What's it gonna take for you to get that car up past Colin Bollinger? And what's that car feel like right now on the racetrack?
It's kind of tight if you stay behind him for too long, and I don't know, just caution didn't need to come out. There's no point in that caution coming out.
Did you have a code brown when you saw that car spinning right in front of you?
No, I just had a big red head moment, I guess you can call it. Just pissed off, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, that's
I'd say we're
what
getting
I
ready.
was telling Alan.
We're getting ready to
green.
go back to green, so we're gonna get you back there on your team. Good luck. Back to green flag racing. Sorry to cut you off there, Emmett. Lap 14 here, 14 to go. Not lap 14. If it was lap 14, we'd be a long ways away.
I was about to say lap 14. What? Oh, they reckon.
We're gonna stay green. Oh no, Tristan Bailey, the broadcaster's jinx.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Tristan Bailey, who's been running so good, had a car capable of winning. What happened? This is a different incident. Oh, Tyler Burden, too.
This is the incident that brought the yellow out.
So Bailey's incident did bring the yellow out.
Correct.
So Bailey wouldn't get the end of the line.
So let's go ahead and back this up and see what happened to Tristan
Yeah,
Bailey.
what happened?
And now that you mentioned it. Because I feel like this is what caused the Tyler Burden incident.
Yeah, we got to take a look at this. There's a car sideways. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what it was? He was side drafted too long and got loose.
Oh,
Yep, got up in the
man.
marbles. That's what happened. You cannot stay side by side with these cars for so long, or that's going to happen right there. That's exactly what happened, Alan.
Well, at
Man,
least
tough break.
He's going to stay out there. We got 11 laps left to go. He's going to stay out. He's not going to bring it down pit road. I feel bad because I feel like we just invoked the announcer's curse. Look, we're announcers. We have that ability. It's like we got to rip it off. It's called the broadcast booth.
With great power comes great responsibility. Oh, man.
10 laps to go. We're almost down to single-digit laps. This is like a B main right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car. So we're going to get lined up 2 by 2 Noah's Ark style with 9 laps to go here. Colin Bollinger is your leader. Dwayne Furtick on his outside. Tristan Bailey bounces off that outside wall. He's going to be lined up on the outside of the second row. Now, as you know, on short tracks, hitting the wall like that can actually be a good thing and make you a little bit faster. We're about to find that out with Tristan Bailey as we get ready to go back to green here. We're going to come across the line and get 8 laps to go from the cookout restart zone here. Back to green flag racing.
Oh, man.
Colin
Look
out
at Bailey
to the lead.
trying to get there. Yeah, Bollinger got a dang.
Doug D-Knight's in the wall. We're going to stay green.
No caution, we stay green. And we have a caution, dog. Yeah, it looks like Bollinger now. I think Tristan Bailey's done, Alan. I don't think he's gonna be able to get up there.
He's gonna grab the wall
hard
on
at
the
the wall
back
again.
I think
He's
got
got
a
a
little
tire.
fight. He's got a tire going down.
I think he's got a tire down too, and you better watch it. That car's gonna spin out on him.
Here he goes underneath Michael Carter, and this is going to be a battle for fourth. They're side by side.
Oh man! Stay in it! Stay in it!
6 laps to go. We got ourselves a dash coming to the start finish line.
Bollinger's on pit road! Bollinger's on pit road!
Bollinger's
pit
still
up
on the
there.
racetrack.
It says
That's
pit
Anthony
up there.
Ludi.
I was looking up there and it says pit, so that's why I was saying it. My bad.
Here's the battle right here. We're coming down to get 4 laps to go. John Osborne, Dwayne Frederick battling it out. Colin Bollinger out to a half-second lead over John Osborne, Dwayne Frederick.
Osborne's coming though. Just do it. Gotta get up there. Gotta fly, boy.
He's running out of time. The stands of the hourglass are running out in a hurry. As we have 3 laps to go. Here comes Dwayne Frederick. Looking to make a move in the second position.
Man, trying to get to the bottom.
Dwayne Frederick just made it stick. Can't quite get past him. He's got a couple more shots.
And look at this. Look at this, Alan. They're actually catching up to Bollinger just little by little, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late.
It's going to be a little too late as we got popsicle 6 down. Popsicle 6 are in the air, rather. Colin Bollinger coming out of turn 4 to get a wave of the doctor's coat. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. There he is, the man of the hour, and out of turn number 3 and 4, Colin Bollinger going to take Richmond with John Osborne, Dwayne Frederick, your top 3.
How about that?
What a
I didn't
race.
see that happen, did you?
I did not have Colin Bollinger on my bingo card. Tristan Bailey started on the outside pole and will finish 8th. That's Colin Bollinger going to burn it down. We're going to go ahead and get our top 3 up here to the booth.
Man, he's hitting the rev limit right there.
I mean, you almost have to.
For real. What a race.
And the fact that it was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So we find our race winner. We'll let him burn it out. We'll go ahead and talk to our third place.
Celebrating?
He's still celebrating. We'll go ahead and talk to our third place finisher. And Emmett, you're going to have Dwayne Frederick with you in the broadcast booth.
Dwayne Furtick, Emmett Crow in the booth. You got me?
Hey guys.
Man, talk about a great finish, coming home third. Thought you were gonna get Osborne there. What could you have done different on that restart to get Bollinger for sure?
I don't think there's much anything else I could have done during the closing laps. I felt like I could have if I was behind Colin, I felt like I would have caught him. But
Mm-hmm.
my primary goal at that point was just to take care of John and not get into him and diminish his finish, so to speak. So these things are very difficult to pass, and I just want to take care of the car in front of me.
All right. Well, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Thank my awesome teammates, Southern Alliance Racing, South, Kane, bummer tonight, but pretty solid effort. Nothing like short track racing for the most part. I think everyone kept it clean, and thank you guys for the job you do in the booth.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck next week.
Thanks. Take care.
Alan?
And that was the voice of Dwayne Furtick. Up next, finishing second. No stranger to the SRM broadcast booth. John Osborne, one spot away from finishing in victory lane. But take us through that last lap and what more you needed to catch Colin Bollinger.
I think I needed more fuel in the car. I was just behind him. I was too aero tight, and I just don't think I had enough weight in the rear to try to get a bite off of the top so I could drive down. It felt good. Like if we would have had 10 laps, 5 more laps there, I think I might have been able to do something on the high side, but he would have blocked. And I was mainly just trying to protect second because I know Dwayne was going to try and be aggressive. And so I had to just try to run, enter in middle so he couldn't enter in any higher than me in 1 and 3. But, I did everything I could there. I was afraid to push it any harder than I was pushing it just because I just didn't want to get loose, because if you get loose and try to correct, man, it just snaps on you. And so I was like, I can't get him. I don't want to try to force it and wreck everybody. So I just finished second. But that was a good drive by him. He made a 2-tire call there, and as short of a run that last run was, that was a smart call. It was a good call. I think Dwayne started in first, and I don't know if he missed going to second real quick, but I got a jump on him, and I'm like, oh, okay, I should be able to maintain this. And so overall, the car felt great all night. Long run, felt really good. I don't know if actually that caution helped me there at the end, but I don't know if I might have been able to get up to third if we would have stayed green there. But overall, I'm very happy. It was a good good feeling car all night. It was started off a little bit loose, but then moved to the neutral side and kind of just stayed there. So I know a lot of people were shifting. I wasn't. I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot of advantage, especially off the corners. It might have helped you shifting down and with a little bit of that engine brake into 1 and 3, but I just didn't feel like it helped the drive off, so I just never shifted. But overall, good night.
Well, look, man, once again, congratulations on finishing P2. But before we get you out of here, who do you want to thank and who helped you get it done on that number 81 car?
Definitely want to thank my mom and dad, faithful watchers. I know they're watching right now. I know they're probably happy. Probably wished I could have got one more position higher. It's been a little over a year since I had a win in here. So, but I told myself tonight I was just gonna be a little bit more aggressive, and it paid off. I thank my team, Eons Motorsports. Appreciate everything that we all do for each other, trying to help each other out with setups and driving and entry and exit. Tire saving and fuel. So appreciate everything that Tyler does for that. Tristan's always very helpful, and just appreciate everybody. Thank you guys up here in the booth. I think this is the first time I've been up here this year, so it feels good to be back.
on a night where I get to fill in, yours truly gets to fill in for Mike and Shane. John Osborne,
I know
top 3.
Yeah, I know I got to talk to you guys a lot last year. Just haven't had the consistency this season. I think I've been taking it a little bit too easy. But one last thing, I want to thank Adam and Kent and what they do for ECR. The racing this year has been very competitive, very good, and I like it. Hopefully we can get a win here soon. I'm happy to go into the break with a top 3. So it was a good night. I'm very happy.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on finishing second, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, buddy. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. And that was the voice of John Osborne. And Emmett, you get to talk to our race winner here, Colin Bollinger. You got Colin in the booth with you.
Colin, this is Emmett and Alan in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congrats, man, on the win. Talk about what made you want to gamble on that 2-tire call to ultimately was the money stop and got you the win for sure.
I mean, if we took 4 there, I don't think we're gonna really have a chance to win. Everybody's on new tires, so I mean, just take the lead and try to use the dirty air, and that's what we ended up doing. I mean, it was hard to pass all night, so with 5 to go, I mean, it was gonna be really hard for them to try to make a run at it. So that was pretty much the idea.
So what was going through your mind before that caution came out when you were battling with Tristan? Did you think that maybe if that caution wouldn't have come out, would you have been able to get around him and take home the win?
No, I was falling off at a rapid rate. I was not going to catch him. I might have been able to bring P4 home, because I think Osborne was catching me there too, but no. We were just about to settle in for a 3rd or 4th, but the caution brought us back. So
Gotta love cautions, but is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
no, not tonight.
Not tonight. All right, well,
Not tonight.
go get you a Diet Dr. Pepper and celebrate, and congrats on the win. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Alan?
Yeah, and that was the voice of Colin Bollinger. And I got to say what, I mean, that was fun to watch. A 2-tire gamble and settles the race.
Wow.
And look, don't forget next week, Shea Cochran will be back in the booth. And then you got the 4th of July week, But I do want to thank you for hopping in here and watching this race with me here tonight. But as you heard from your top 3, Michael Carter will finish 4th, while Tyler Burton finishes 5th. Bradley Rivers will finish 6th, 7th will go to Adam Boughton. Tristan Bailey, after a hard lick of the wall late in the race, he will finish in that 8th position, while Kip Mueller, he will finish 9th. 10th will go to Christopher Roth, while Robert Ross will bring home 11th. Kane Lee will finish 12th. Aaron Miller will finish 13th. Pete Walsh will finish 14th. Doug D. Nice will finish in that 15th position, while Jonathan Cogswell will finish 16th. Gary Nash will bring home 18th. Anthony Ludi will bring home 18th, 12 laps down. Looking a little bit deeper in the field here. 19th to go to Michael York. Andrew Chapman will finish 20th. And rounding out the field and winning the race of the beer stand will be none other than Ryan McCall. Want to thank everybody for joining us here on a Saturday night where most of the real racing in the Midwest got rained out. Emmett, thank you once again for joining me here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial broadcast studio here just south of St. Louis, Missouri. And from everybody here at ECR and Sim Racing Media, as you walk through the streets of life, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.